What's up everyone and welcome back to the channel. In this video we are going to talk about the new limited hero Heng'e 3, and you are going to see that she is really interesting. Is she broken? We are going to find out. Does she require to have some exclusives on her in order to shine? I don't think so, but we are going to talk about everything in here. So, first of all, let's talk about her skills. Let's begin with the passive here. So, at the beginning of the wave, she is gonna take 54% less direct damage and dot damage, which is pretty high. And after 6 turns, she's gonna also convert gradually her HP into 108% more max HP. And this is really nice because the more you survive, the strongest she's gonna be, because she's gonna deal some damage based on her max HP and on the damage she's gonna take. You are gonna see. Then when an ally's HP is lower than 50%, she's gonna cast the first active skill on him, and the effect can be triggered only one time every 3 turns. It's really important to take that into consideration, but it's really strong because the first active skill here, she's gonna cast that on one ally, and she is gonna tank 50% of the damage taken by that ally, and the rest 50% of the damage taken by the ally is gonna go into her bunny, okay? And then the damage you gathered into the bunny, you can reuse it to launch an attack on the enemy using the ultimate and deal more damage, ignoring the defense. And this is what I love about the hero, because she is gonna deal a lot of damage. So it works like this. In the bunny, you can store up to 100% of her max HP as damage taken. And if the ally under this status, fictitious defense, takes some damage, she's gonna counterattack using the basic attack. Pretty strong. Also, if she casts again fictitious defense, so this skill on an ally who already have fictitious defense, she's gonna provide to that hero block debuff for 2 turns and a block buff removal for 2 turns also. When she uses that skill on herself, she's gonna restore 40% of her max HP. But trust me, normally you want her to use that skill on one of your heroes. So she's gonna be able to gather some damage taken and reuse that to increase her damage on enemies. This is the way she works. On the basic attack here, she's gonna deal 2 stages of damage to a single enemy. Each of these damage is gonna deal 14% of her max HP, so the higher the HP you have on her, the better. So you can use her with a Nordak, you are gonna have more HP and so more damage and be more tanky. And then the extra damage, you are going to deal some extra damage, 7% of the bunny's stored energy, and these extra damage are going to ignore the defense of the target. On the paper, 7% is not that much, but this is the basic attack. She can use that when your hero with the bunny thing here take damage, so she can counterattack, and the fact that it ignores the defense, you are going to deal a nice amount of damage with that skill. And also, using that skill, you are going to remove 1 layer of a random buff from the target, but be careful about that. If you encounter an Esther in front of you, every time you are going to counterattack, your entire team is going to lose some turn meta. So yeah, Esther is a counter to her. Really important to be careful when you have an Esther in front of you. If the target doesn't have any buff on him, then you are gonna inflict block buff for 1 turn. And this is a great one. This is clearly a great one. So if you are using other heroes to remove buffs, then this is gonna be great to use that skill. But you don't even need to use another hero to remove buffs on enemies, in fact, because she can do that with the ultimate. With the ultimate, she's gonna extend the status given by the first active skill on all heroes, a fictitious defense, by 1 turn. And then she's gonna provide data deconstruction to all allies for 2 turns. Data deconstruction, it's increasing the crit damage of all your heroes by 40% of Heng'e 3's initial effect resistance up to 60%. this is great. If you are using a direct damage team, this is really strong. You are gonna need to increase a lot the effect resistance on her, and the maximum amount of effect resistance to put on her is 140%. If you 150%. If you have that, she's gonna provide the 60% bonus to your entire team. The cooldown of this skill cannot be affected by other effects. That means that you can't lower the cooldown of the skill with another hero, or enemies can't increase the cooldown of your skill. Also, when she casts that skill, she's gonna deal 2 stages of damage by 10% of her max HP. The first stage is gonna remove all buffs from all the targets, so this is really strong. And also, this is the important part of the skill. After removing buffs, she's gonna deal 44% of the stored energy in the electric bunny. So, if you have a great team in front of you that can inflict a ton of damage at once to your team, normally she's gonna cast the passive here on one of your heroes. She is gonna protect that hero, and if you take a second stage of damage on that specific unit, then first of all she's gonna counterattack, and then she's gonna store a lot of energy in her bunny. And so if you are using that skill, then you are going to remove all the buffs and normally deal a lot of damage. But it's important to take into consideration that in order to store your energy, you have to survive with your heroes, okay? And this is the hard part to understand, because it's going to be hard to survive depending on the heroes you are going to have in front of you. So now let's talk about her exclusives, because also without exclusives, she is really nice. She is really nice. So if you don't have any exclusives on her, you can still use her. She's going to be really interesting, and this is what I love about that hero. Let's talk about the exclusive. The first one is really nice because she's also going to grant the target with the first active skill here. She's going to grant to that target Resolute 2, increasing the target's skill damage by 40%, and it works with the majority of heroes in the game, and this is great. If she casts that skill on the hero who already have Resolute, then instead she's gonna grant Resolute 2 to the entire team. And this is gonna be great. I think mostly for PvE, it's gonna be so freaking great, because if you are running a direct damage team, then you are gonna provide a ton of crit damage to your team, and also more skill damage to your team, and this is gonna be really strong for PvE, I guess. Exclusive level 2 at the beginning of her turn, and the ally with a fictitious defense, the buff you can provide with the first active skill to protect the hero. Electric Bunny is gonna get 5% of her max HP plus 10% of her lost HP in energy. So she's gonna get energy faster over turns, and she's gonna restore her HP based on the amount of energy gained by the Electric Bunny. And also it's gonna reduce Firewall's trigger interval by 1 turn. Firewall is the fact that she is gonna... Can I see that? This is Firewall. She's gonna cast Firewall when an ally fall down below 50%, and it can occur only once every 3 turns. So it's gonna be reduced to 2 turns, which is pretty strong in fact. But it doesn't really matter if you don't have the exclusive too. You are gonna see that even without exclusive, she's still gonna be great. Exclusive 3, when she's gonna grant data deconstruction, this is the buff given by the ultimate here, giving some crit damage to your entire team when you are casting that skill. Then she's gonna also refresh the duration of all buffs on allies. It's including attribute buffs and other buffs such as damage immunity, immortal, etc. But it's only a first turn duration, so is it gonna work? I don't think so. But if you are using that, if she has an immortal on her, at the end of her turn, she is still gonna have the immortal and that damage immunity, which is pretty strong, giving you a good advantage. If you have a shield, if you have a consolidation 2, something like that, an attack buff, a speed buff, then it's gonna be great because it's 2 turns. There are 2 turns buffs, and so you are going to increase the duration by 1 turn. It's going to be really nice. And extend the duration of data deconstructions to 4 turns, so it's going to be even better, but still not broken. If she has data deconstruction at the beginning of her turn, she's going to deal damage by 22% of the stored energy in the Electric Bunny to the enemy with the lowest amount of HP percentage. and it's gonna ignore the defense. This is gonna be nice. I won't lie, this is gonna be nice. 22% of electric bunnies stored energy in damage to the enemy with the lowest amount of HP. This is gonna help you a lot to kill targets passively. But is it broken? I don't think so. Maybe if you have the strongest team in the game, maybe it's gonna be broken, but we are gonna see that right after. So let's begin the test. This is the team I have in front of me. Okay, here I have a classic Nuka team you can find in the championship, in classic arena, in advanced arena, and in classic arena you have Popper, so giving you the best advantage in terms of turn meter in action during the fight. He's gonna take the first action. Then you have Pauline, so if you take a lot of controls, then he's gonna apply the buffs on your team, and the team is gonna be immune to controls and to every debuffs. He's gonna hide the entire team and protect them, giving them a lot of buffs. Then you have Rista, giving a huge amount of damage to Nita, and Nita is gonna deal a lot of damage, and then you have Focus to reset her, and so she's gonna deal even more damage. So normally you can't survive that, okay? Here, this is the team I'm gonna use. I have one limited hero, Pauline, with the first exclusive. It's interesting to have the first exclusive because it's gonna increase the resistance of Heng'e by 50% on the first 2 turns of the fight. Then I'm using Nordak, so I have extra shields on my heroes, and if he survives, and you're gonna see he will, then he is gonna protect my heroes with a damage immunity and a block debuff. Really interesting. Then I'm using Elsa and either here, and the combo of these two is just insane, because at the beginning of the fight, either here is gonna summon how do you call that? I don't remember. It's hippocamp in French, but what is that? Let's see. A seahorse. Yeah, she's gonna summon a seahorse at the beginning of the fight, and so if you die, she's gonna tank a lot of damage to you for your entire team, and then the seahorse is gonna die, and the death of the seahorse is gonna proc the immortal of Elsa exclusive 3. Which is so great because he doesn't die. But this is the first, he's gonna take the highest amount of damage in the team, and so this is the one. It's gonna proc, the death is gonna proc on her seahorse, which is so great using Elsa exclusive 3. Amazing combo. And so you are gonna keep your entire team alive, you're gonna have the immortal on the entire team, and then you are gonna apply the data thing here, the fictitious defense, on that hero, because he's gonna fall down below 50% HP first. He's gonna remain alive. Then you are gonna have to tank the second attack from Nita, so you are gonna store some damage, and so your Heng'e 3 here is gonna cast her ultimate and deal a lot of damage. So let's try that, in fact. Let's try that. But first of all, let's have a look to the stats of enemies. This is the stats I have on her, okay? Yeah, this is corresponding to the stats I have on my team, on my account, so don't worry, because the enemy have a lot of stats, as you can see. For 44k and a half attack on Nita, and she has also 170% mastery and a lot of effect hit. Okay, I have a ton of resistance here, but it doesn't really matter. This is because I made a lot of tries, and so every time I retry, they are getting the buff from Pauline, and so yeah, this is a bit bad. We are gonna do that, okay? I'm synchronizing the data with my own account, and we are gonna retry. So here, this is the stats I have on my Nita on my account. Here, this is my Rista, 41k attack, and he has a lot of effect hits, so he's gonna stun my heroes, okay? And this is also why it's important to use Pauline in your team. Then I'm using Focus here with a lot of speed, and this is the only thing you need on him. Then Popper with 2800 speed and a decent amount of effect hit to provide his debuffs. And this is Pauline, okay? He is really fast. Normally you want to play him really slow, but yeah, it doesn't really matter, in fact. So we are gonna try that. Then this is my team. This is her. She has no. Normally she doesn't have that. I put 100% resistance on her, and normally it should do the job. You want to play her with some crit rate. It doesn't matter if you don't have the 100%. She's gonna still be great. It's gonna be hard to reach that stats. If you want to increase more her effect resistance, some crit damage, and a lot of HP. This is what you need on her. Then this is Pauline. Okay, this is the same stats as the other Pauline. Then this is Nordak. I have huge stats on my Nordak. Then this is either with a lot of crit rate, crit damage, and defense. This is how you play that hero. And then your Elsa. And you don't need you don't need stats on your Elsa. She's just here to proc the immortal, okay? So we are going to restart and we are going to have a look to the fight. They are taking the first action. I'm stunned. I take some damage, and look at that. I have immortal on my entire team. Okay, it didn't work that time. It didn't proc, and I don't understand why. As you can see, she procced. She didn't proc her skills because she got stunned. Okay, so that time I can cleanse the stun, but you are gonna see the damage I'm gonna do with her. I'm probably not gonna kill the enemy, so I don't have any dots anymore, and I'm gonna cast that skill, and let's see if it does do something. Something. No, the damage were not that great. But now, maybe I can continue because normally I'm still alive. I have the damage immunity on my heroes, and maybe I'm going to be able to do something. So we are going to cast that on our Nordak. Why not? And so look at that. Every time Nordak is taking damage, she's counter-attacking enemies. So now I'm going to focus Nita because she is the bigger threat. And now I'm going to put that on another hero, Elsa. So now 2 heroes of mine are protected by her. And so I'm going to have more counterattacks. I want to focus Nita. And she counterattacks, but she's dead. I can apply that again. Am I going to win that one? It's going to be close. But that's mainly because it didn't proc the skill on my either. Normally it works. Okay, can I kill Nita? It's really important. We are gonna run that in auto with a focus on Nita. Okay, Pauline is dead. Damage immunity, so I'm gonna win. So the team is still great, and it doesn't require to have a ton of limited heroes and exclusives on them, right? Let's retry and let's see what happens that time. Okay, so Nita is gonna play. Let's see. I'm getting stunned again. Let's retry and hope that I'm not gonna be stunned. Seriously? Stunned again? And the others are not stunned, but she has the most amount of resistance in the team. This is insane. Come on. Again? What the hell is going on? Is it bugged? Okay, it worked. As you can see, either is protected, and so now he's gonna give an extra turn. Okay, she got stunned by... Okay, it's not working the way I wanted. One more time, either stunned her, so she couldn't use one more time her ultimate, and so Focus decided to use his ultimate on Rista, which is terrible. So we can do that we can still do that. It's still gonna work. So let's remove that. Still a lot of damage. Now let's kill her, and yeah, it is gonna work. But can we have a great test? Okay, that time it worked. It seems to, and I stun her again. Come on, this is insane. Please, where is effect hit? I'm gonna put 0%. I don't want that to happen. Come on. Don't stun me, please. Okay, I'm not stunned. Perfect. She's not stunned. And now she's gonna reuse her skills. And now I cast that. And so that time I'm gonna deal a lot of damage using her ultimate. Are you ready to see? Ultimate, reduce the speed, and let's go. Yeah, the damage are way better because she was able to tank some damage, and so it was way better. So if it happens, then it's gonna be super, super efficient. Okay, now let's retry with that team here instead. So I got the protection on my hero here, but then extra turn on Nita. Okay, I'm taking more damage. I have the immortal, and that time the fact is, with Esther in front of you, every time you are going to remove buffs on the enemies, then it's going to lower your turn meta of your entire team. And she can remove buffs on the basic attack also, and so it's going to be really, really bad. So let's cleanse my heroes. Now let's use that and see how much damage I can do. And also, they have the yellow inspiration, so if I kill them, they are going to be revived. And look at my turn meta. Okay, it's way harder than before. Killed another hero. I need to kill Nita, otherwise I'm gonna die. Almost dead. I'm gonna die. Okay, I'm still alive. This is insane. I'm gonna heal her. Deal some damage to Nita. No, I'm dead. Okay, so you see the difference. You are using Esther, it's not working anymore. It's still a great team, but it's not working anymore. And we are going to do another try. We are going to replace that team by that one. Can I do that, please? Applied. Okay, I have a great team and a great team in front of me. She is going to have the maximum amount of exclusives, and we are going to see if it does make a difference to have that team against that one, okay? So let's retry. Let's do that in auto, and you are going to see that my team is going to take a heavy amount of damage. So if you have that in the classic arena, then you need a crazy amount of exclusives on your limited heroes if you want to face this kind of team in front of you. Otherwise, don't expect to use her and to beat this kind of team. This is one of the strongest team ever you can face in classic arena. So it is still really tanky though, but look at the damage I'm taking. My Lydia is already dead, and I killed nobody in front of me. And there is a AhkTaar exclusive 3, so even if I kill her, that hero is gonna be revived. So it's not gonna work. But her damage are pretty nice though. Do you see? She's protecting my 3 heroes, and so every time they are taking some damage, she's using her basic attack and removing buffs to enemies. And this is really strong. Her damage are pretty nice. Over time during the fight, she's gonna be better, stronger. It's getting more interesting now. And she's really tanky though, 54% less direct damage taken on her and dot damage. This is nice. But I'm still taking a lot of damage on other heroes, right? If there was a Ben Austin in front of me, I wouldn't be able to stay alive that long. Same if Donald Rebelli was in front of us, it would be the same. He would kill my entire team really fast. So her damage are interesting, but it's still lacking some. I mean, it's gonna take forever to win the round here. And I don't think that in classic arena you are gonna be able to win because you have a turn limitation, 300 turns. So That was all for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If it's the case, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you think about the hero in the comment below. Have a nice day and see you soon. Bye bye.